Welcome back to episode 21 of That's So Controversial, man. I'm here with my guest. No, my guest, he's a co-host now. My co-host, Kyle Grant, man. What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro? Put some respect by my name, man.
I know, right? Look at me.
What's going on? How you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. You had a good, enjoy the holiday?
It was a holiday. It was interesting.
Okay.
So it was the beginning, the middle, and now we're here.
Oh, like a story.
How was your turkey?
It was a hit. It was a hit, man.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a hit. I enjoyed it. I'm still enjoying it. I kept the breast for myself. One half of the breast, I kept it for myself.
Oh, wow. That's fitting for you.
Welcome, show. She is on time again.
Show is always on time.
A recurring theme for this, and we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. So, you want to introduce the topic today, man?
Oh yes. Today we will be discussing addictions.
All right. Yep.
So we will. Interesting topic. Getting back into the That's So Controversial mindset here. So
to the theme.
Yeah, back into the theme of That's So Controversial. So yeah, I mean addiction. What do you think about it? I mean, first of all, let's kind of like put it out there. What do we think the word means, right?
Right.
So I'm not even gonna look at the dictionary.
I am.
But to me, what the word means to me, it's when you can't stop doing something.
Right.
That's pretty much it. When you're hooked on something, you can't stop doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
If we go to the addiction. If we go to the definition of it, as far as dictionary.com is concerned, it says the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. So there is a component of conditioning involved. We were discussing that off screen earlier, so it's interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, the question is now how. The question is, what do we think about it? Addiction is like it could. We're gonna touch on a few different topics today, but I wanted to first start off with the facts, right? So if I may.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and this is a study that was conducted in 2018, September 2018. It was from Camino Recovery. They did a study. It was the top 10 addictions in modern society. So here we go. At number 1, and this is in order of thank you, Mike. This was in order of addiction, right? How severe it is in the country in 2018.
Oh wow.
What do you think? What do you think number 1 is going to be?
Number 1 addiction. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
I just realized you saw it already. Anybody want to guess what number 1?
I thought you want to get my opinion.
Oh yeah. Well, we get your opinion.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if it's not food.
Food?
Yeah.
Okay. As the number 1 addiction in the country?
Maybe it's easily accessible.
Oh, okay. All right. But anybody who wants to take a guess before I spill the beans, please feel free to leave a comment. But yeah, so sex is 1. Okay. Sex is an option. All right. So yeah. So here we go. The top 10 addictions, right? In order of severity. Number 1, coffee. Oh, there you go, show. Here you go. Coffee is number 1. Then at number 2, we have tobacco and nicotine. Number 3, alcohol. Number 4, illegal and prescription drugs. Number 5, gambling. Number 6, the internet and modern technology.
Oh, wow.
Number 7, video games. Number 8, food. And number 9, work.
Wow, work addiction.
Work. Yes, that was number 10. I was off by a number. So yeah,
I'm surprised these two weren't on there.
What's
sex or porn?
Sex. Well, yeah, sex is not up there actually. But the internet and modern technology, that's kind of close to video games,
Yeah.
But, yeah. So those are the top 10, man. Any surprises besides the sex and porn one?
I'm surprised that coffee was at the top of the list. I am, but I'm not surprised. And also, again, as per usual, I'm throwing the link in the comment section if you guys want to join the conversation. If you have any insight that you want to bring to the table, it's always welcome. And we hope to hear from you guys. If you guys don't want to be on video, we always have that option where you can just remove the video and we can hear your beautiful voices.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I am surprised coffee is number one, but coffee can be very addictive, and it's legal and it's accessible. You go to any corner, or you can order it online now, whatever you want to do, and you got coffee. That guy right there, Mike, is addicted to coffee. He is a prime example of a coffee addiction. Mike loves some Starbucks, so yeah, he is. So I'm not really that too surprised. But what I think is surprising to me is that gambling is so low. I thought gambling would be higher on the top list. It's right here at a number 5. I thought gambling would be much higher than that.
I gotta wonder about addiction sometimes because I do drink coffee, but I don't feel like I need it. Like I drink it as a means to an end, right? If I'm tired and I need the kick, I drink it. But I don't drink it like socially or because I gotta have it. It's not like this thing that's insatiable that you just can't get enough of, right? Because I think that's what addiction is. It's something that's like insatiable. You just can't get enough of it. So you can't stop.
You can't stop. Well, then you obviously aren't addicted, but there are some people who need to have that coffee fix no matter what,
Yeah.
So,
you know what? I'm gonna contradict myself because I am addicted to food. There are times where I just can't stop myself from putting food in my mouth. I'm telling you. Yeah, I even put in a penis-shaped chocolate. I bit that. I couldn't stop myself. It was still chocolate.
Oh. All right.
It was a gift.
Thanks for that fun fact. Appreciate that one, man. Cool, I guess. So moving on. So you're addicted to food, right?
Oh man, yeah, it's dangerous.
But what kind of food in particular?
Anything you can chew, bro. Seriously, I love food, man. Just like Show mentioned earlier, anything like sugary foods is a problem. I have to control it now because of my diabetes, but it's a problem. I'm always constantly going at it, and I gotta check myself with that, man.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. Well.
This could be a problem too.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that later on. That is a problem. So now let's get right into the episode, right? So, what do you think about are all addictions bad?
Are all addictions bad? I guess not. There could be people who are addicted to like working out. Now, is that a bad thing?
Well, if you get hurt and you continue to do so, I mean,
right.
Too much of anything is a bad thing, I believe. No matter what you do, if you do too much of it, it can be a pretty bad thing.
Right.
So
I can see that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't think of anything that is. I don't know any good addictions, unless you're addicted to like helping people and stuff like that.
Oh, you're addicted to work. Like it's on the list. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Well, yeah, you could lose your family for it. I mean, you could be too busy worried about work, and you're not worried about what's happening at home.
What if you're single and you just rocking?
Well, then but you gotta have I mean, like I said, too much of anything could be bad.
Right.
And then you have some people who are addicted to religion, who are religious fanatics, or every word they speak is something religious based. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know. But like I said, I'm going back on my original statement. Too much of anything could be bad.
Right. Yeah, so I guess, do you think? I'll ask you then. Do you think all addictions are bad?
Do I think all addictions are bad?
Right.
Nah. I mean, it becomes bad when it's harmful to you and your well-being. So that's when I think that's when it's an issue.
Oh wow, that's true. Even drinking too much water can be bad. But I don't know anybody who's addicted to water. They always gotta have some kind of flavor or something.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm thinking. So, what do you think? Is addiction a sickness? Could it be considered a sickness, or do you think it's something that's learned?
I think I don't know. I guess if it was a sickness, there would be some kind of cure for it. or there would be some kind of medical. Are there any medical conditions that are considered addictions?
Well, sometimes they consider drug usage as a disease. You know,
I guess, yeah,
so
curable.
curable. Yeah,
But I would
I mean,
say I would lean more towards the learned behavior thing, right? You try something out, and
mhm.
or maybe you see someone doing it, you try it. So it's interesting. It's definitely interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the learned behavior as well.
Hmm.
Um, just because that I think that you are taught to you've experienced coffee, right? So
Right.
that's why you are hooked on it. You know, you didn't have to have that coffee. If you never had that coffee, you'd never be addicted to it. But I do think the issue is where your mindset, you have an addictive personality where you get attracted to something and you don't have the self control to stop doing it. I think that may be more of the issue than actual like a disease type of thing. But I'm no doctor, so
Right.
you know.
So I'm checking out this website called Drug Abuse,
Mhm.
and uh, they're talking about how the brain and addiction works. It's a little bit too intense right now. I'm not going to get into that. It's way too much information, but yeah, they talk about the relationship with how the mind and addiction works and how this that
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah. So I think let's see what show got here. So she says if you see that your addiction is affecting your life in a negative way, then it can be a bad addiction. That's
Oh,
fair enough.
yeah,
But again, that's kind of could be based off perspective as well. You
yeah.
may be enjoying something, and somebody else could be like, "This is way you're spending way too much time on this, or you're doing this way too much." But you may be just saying, I'm having a good time."
Like sex, right?
Well, I guess sex, yeah,
Yeah,
sex with your wife.
sex with not your wife too. I mean, no, I'm joking. Hey, joking. No, sex in general could be a huge addiction. I mean, they made a whole movie. They made movies and documentaries about it. Like there's a movie
Yeah,
called Shame with Michael Fassbender, and he
yeah,
talks
yeah,
about his big addiction and stuff like that.
yeah.
So it's like sex is serious, man, because there's a element of pleasure that comes with it. It's not just imagine doing something that constantly makes you feel good. Like how do you stop that? How do you pull yourself away from that?
Oh, bro. I guess you get tired.
What about on the 11th round? Hey,
Uh,
it's just
uh,
crazy.
okay.
Like you know what? It actually does affect me personally, like, my mood.
All right.
I'm not gonna say I'm addicted to it, but I can definitely see that there's a relationship there between the way you behave and that release.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. And I think some people feel the same way with coffee. Probably they can't function until they get that caffeine fix.
Right there, you go. Absolutely,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
it could be, you know, it could be. You want to read that one, bro?
We can tell who has a second addiction.
uh, yeah, man. So I
Oh,
mean,
what's funny? Talking about addiction, right? I know people who can't go to the bathroom unless they have a cigarette. Like they can't release their bowels. They can't go
mm,
to the bathroom, have a seat unless they make that, and that touches on the psychological aspect of it,
yeah,
right? You start making these
learn behaviors. Yeah,
exactly. You start making these connections, these neuron connections, where you start training yourself that without that cigarette, your body won't start the process of removing the bowels. Like you'll sit there forever. That kind of blew my mind when I heard about that for the first time.
yeah. I had a coworker back a few years ago that this person needed a cigarette. Like
Mhm,
he had a routine. If he had to do something, he like, oh,
mhm.
I gotta go smoke a cigarette before I do it. I gotta go do this before that. Like he would go through so many cigarettes during the day. It's just ridiculous. And it was just how many cigarettes this guy went through, and it was just like he can't function without it.
Right.
And then when the funny thing is now, but not really funny, but sad, when he decided to give up cigarettes for the 2 days or whatever, he picked up lollipops.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, it was his substitute. He needed something to substitute the nicotine, and it only lasted 2 days, so I guess it didn't work out that well for him.
He tried. He
Yeah.
tried.
So yeah, man. So now we're discussing our behavior, right? Now, is this some of this behavior? Now let's go back to the taught. Is this some of this behavior taught, and who's teaching this behavior? I have a theory here that I think that we are all being taught to be addictive in certain different ways, and it's you learn it in school, you learn it in business school. It's called marketing, right? Marketing and advertising. Those I believe are the engineers are addictive behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, and I give you the prime example. I think Netflix, right? They have, and there's nothing against them. They have kind of structured their business model to make you not want to leave your couch, right? So you're watching a series, and you're like, all right, I'm just gonna watch this last episode, and I'm gonna move on. But then soon, before that episode even goes off, they got a small box, 10 seconds. It's counting down. You can't do anything in 10 seconds. You can't find a remote control it fast enough. But as soon as that next one start off, that next episode start, they got you. 4 hours go by, you're still watching Netflix.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely, man. And it touches back on that social dilemma thing. I mean, it's definitely programmed. It's something that's intentional. It's not something that's done by mistake. It's not like, oh wow, that's a happy little accident, right? Like Bob Ross. Happy little accident. No, this is something that's 100% intentional. Like and it's a very, very efficient and structured device that, we talked about it manipulates behavior, man. So it definitely plays to addiction. Huge. So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to talk about the same question, So I can see how they're engineering certain addictions. At least they're playing a role in it.
Yeah. And there's no accountability to it as well, If you're at a bar and you're drinking way too much, the bartender can say, you know what, you had enough, I'm cutting you off. There's no cutting you off on Netflix. They even make sure you're still watching.
Are you still watching?
You're still watching. So it's But do you blame them? No, you can't blame them.
It's a business model that works. Anybody's gonna take advantage of it. Anybody who's looking to make a business is gonna find the most efficient way to get your attention for as long as possible. And
and that's fair. And then, but I don't want to just sing on Netflix. And they're not the only ones. We have Amazon,
right? Someone touched on it earlier.
Yeah, I think Mike Bone touched on it earlier. Is Amazon? You look at one thing and then you see a whole nother other products. This goes with this goes with that, and it's just down the rabbit hole. You got your shopping cart's filled now because you just went to go buy some pair of gloves, and now you got a pair of gloves, a hat, a jacket, everything.
Bought a pencil. Now you got the X-ray erasers, a sharpener, an electric sharpener. Everything. It's just too much. But this is not bad. I don't want to discourage you guys from staying away from YouTube. It's actually a really good thing.
Oh yeah,
great. Yeah.
8 o'clock Monday through Thursday.
You want to be here. Trust me. I mean, it's good for your soul. It's nutritious. It's.
But you know what? And that goes back to the point. Could some addictions be a good thing? If you're watching the right YouTube films, I mean, not films. If you're writing the right YouTube video, you could be learning about something, and then the next video comes on, and you're learning. You could your education could go further, right?
Right.
But then again, if you're watching something else like top 10 Undertaker moves, and then that goes down, and then you got another one, and then you got another one, and now you all the way back from 2020 to 1990. Undertaker top moves.
That is so true, bro. That is beyond true. That's ridiculously true.
Yeah, man. So it's a rabbit hole, man. It's a rabbit hole. What other companies you think are part of that engineering? Can you name any?
I would think like the beverage companies also.
Yeah.
They try to make their drinks more healthier while still using other stuff. Oh, drink this one instead. Oh, this one's too sugary. Try this one. Don't stop drinking it. Just try a different thing.
Yeah, that's true. What about video games?
Oh, absolutely. Come on, man. That goes without.
It goes with us.
I mean,
do you?
Yes, but I think what video games did really well now, they started incorporating that social aspect of it, right? It's no longer just playing the game. And that, for me, was a huge game changer because initially when you played a video game, right? You played the game ended, and that's it.
The story mode is over. That's it.
But now you have other modes where you involve people from all over the world and you create these connections and friendships. And now, even when you don't want to play, they want to play. It's like
hours
yeah.
can go by.
Before
And
my son was born, I was playing about 6 hours a day.
yikes.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think I could ever. Well, let me not say that. But the video game thing is weird, and I'm not mad at them for it, because some video games now they spend more money and more investment in that social aspect of it rather than the actual storyline.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, man. Here is. Oh, I'm sorry, guy. You want to read that one?
I guess you should have said Target. You're going for one thing and come out spending $200. Expensive
Target, man.
stocks.
IKEA. Some of those stores, you just you got to go in with a tunnel vision. Like, I'm here to do this. I'm out. And I think that's, what helps that out too. If you do online pickup,
Oh yeah,
you order it on, and you're like, hey, I'm going to pick it up and leave.
there are definitely ways around it. Absolutely, definitely ways around it.
Yeah, but here is this is the next question, right? This one is a rabbit hole itself, because I think we're gonna go so many different places with this one. Do you think people are addicted to attention?
Absolutely. I think that's a construct of social media, right?
That's it.
Think about the advent of the like button.
That's it. And I'm watching on Social Dilemma. They say, yeah, we put the like button there to spread positivity.
Right.
Little did no, they probably did. They probably had all well intent. But boy, did they get that one wrong.
But think about this, they never removed it. Remember there was all this talk a couple of years ago that they were going to remove the like button, but they see the benefits of it from a business standpoint. They see the addiction. They see they tested it. I guarantee you they did test it.
Yeah, they know what they did in certain parts of the world. They removed the like button.
Yeah, and they probably saw the numbers drop drastically, and they said, you know what, we're gonna bring that thing back, man, because people like being liked. People like to be liked.
I mean, again, the attention seeking, I think it's very addictive, man. And I, at first, when I was on Instagram, and when I used to post a picture of, say if it's a photography picture, I'll post, and I'll just be stalking it, like, who liked it, and why this person didn't like it. This, I'm sorry. Why this person didn't like it. So it's just it's just one of those things that you get caught up on. Likes. I think we are. We've always been addicted to attention, even as kids. And I think that like button kind of brought that back out of us again.
Yeah, man. It came out with the slogan, "Do it for the gram," right?
Yeah. Not me, but the other gram.
Instagram. No, it's so true, man. When that first came out of social media, I think everybody was constantly refreshing. Trying to see somebody had to like it by now. That's a dope video I posted. Somebody had to like it. Why people are hating?
So, but do you see us ever getting away from that?
I would think so. I would hope so, because that's a pretty empty life, right? To be concerned with likes and whatnot. If you're gonna use it for a business perspective, use it as a tool, then that's fine. You want to gauge if something is valuable or not, that's fine. But from a social standpoint, if you're just gonna be concerned whether people approve of whatever you post or not, then you maybe should move away from that.
Gotcha. Do you think it's again, do you think it's something that could do negative, have a negative impact on you? Always want that attention.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I shy away from that because I value my relationship, so I'm not going to give you a like. I'd rather give you a text message, a phone call. I believe in real life interactions instead of the occasional like.
Do you think that's an age thing?
And what are you trying to say, bro?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm asking you. Do you think that's an age thing? Because here's the thing, right? I'm younger than you, right? So I would. Yeah. Okay. If you want to say so, whatever makes you feel better. So I would say I like a text too, right? But a lot of my friends would rather say happy birthday to me on Instagram rather than text me. Right.
Okay.
But you are a texter. You would rather text somebody.
Text or phone call.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking you. And my younger cousins and brothers, they don't act like they act like they don't got my phone number unless it's through Instagram. So
right.
That's what I'm asking you. Is it an age thing? Do you think that it's based off of the age of a person, how they deal with social media and how they use it?
Well, it depends. Like if they're using your social media as a way to get in touch with you, and it's not just like automatically generated messages that they send to the masses, like the typical Happy Thanksgiving that goes out to all your friends, and it's a personalized message.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess it's the same thing as having your phone number. It's just a matter of how they feel is the best way to get in contact with you, right? Maybe they don't feel like going through their phone and looking for you on their phone, and they just say, you know what, here he is on the Instagram. Bow. That's what they use to communicate. Like I do a lot of my text messaging on WhatsApp instead of the regular phone apparatus. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Laptop set. Plug me in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because you actually gave me a call on Thanksgiving, which I greatly appreciated. It wasn't that typical Happy Thanksgiving, bro. I appreciate that because I got those.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of those, man. Happy Thanksgiving, bro. I'm like, you just copy this and send it to everybody. You can put my name in this, man. You can put my name in this, bro. I don't respond to those. Like I'm selfish. I need mine to be Happy Thanksgiving, Kyle.
I get it. I think I think that the social media aspect waters it down. It doesn't feel as personal. Mm-hmm. Unless, like I said, like you have a relationship with that person and you're actually communicating. It's not just a one-liner. Or how about they send you a message, right? And then you respond and they never respond back. How genuine was that message? How genuine was that Happy Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, Happy Thanksgiving to you. How you doing?
Red. That's how you get red.
What?
Yeah, man. So I think Show asked a question. It was, what about addiction to people, right? I think that's a valid, interesting question, right? Because I know of a situation. I know a few situations I think that are growing where people could be addicted to their kids, right? Like
absolutely.
They are too obsessed. I think you still have a life of your own, right? I don't have kids, so maybe you'll be the better person to speak on this. Do you think that because you have kids, or do you kind of like give up your life and your everything and just focus on that person? Or is it just, do you kind of find a balance?
I could probably be addicted to my son. I really could. I could see myself, being too much up his ass. And then he's like, I can see him getting older and pushing away from me. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, man.
Oh, wow. Like, it's me, buddy. It's me, man. What's up, buddy?
What happened to daddy? Call me Rick. I'll chin check your ass.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Do you think you could be that dynamic of a relationship? You think that
I could be too much? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Wow. So wait, hold on. I want to know now. So when you say too much, like, do you plan to do anything like adult time? You have any adult time for yourself?
Adult time? Yeah. I try. I mean, there's a scheduling issue with my wife, so we try as much as we can. But I think that falls more into like when the kids are younger.
Gotcha.
You got to spend so much time with them. When they're older, I think you can definitely spend more time with adults. And they're like, my son gets lost in his own world with his internet addiction, with his addiction to his electric devices, with his addiction to his video games. And yes, they are addictions, because when I punish him and I take him away, he loses his shit.
Wow.
He goes, but you want to know what's his number one response when I take away his electronics?
What's that?
What am I supposed to do?
That's addiction. Yeah, that's addiction.
What am I? Yeah, the kid has. I wish I could. I'm in his room right now. I wish I could just give you a rotation. He has hundreds upon hundreds of toys and plenty of things to do. But you take away his addiction, the world has come to an end. Really? What am I supposed to do? Read a book. You like books, right? That's not fun. All of a sudden, nothing is fun anymore.
Wow.
it's impossible to have fun if you don't have your electronics.
So in my question now, where do you see that? Like not just for him, but for that generation, where do you see that going? Are we engineering them? Are you engineering them as parents
Exactly.
to be that, have that addictive personality?
Right. So that's why now I'm trying to monitor it more and try to like control how much of that he gets. Like right now, he's punished for misbehaving, so he only gets his electric devices for a certain period of time during the day now.
Mm. Do you think you can make him go cold turkey for a day?
I mean, when you're a parent, they don't have an option, bro.
I'm asking you, as a father that's addicted to their child, could you make him go cold turkey for one day?
He would have to. He don't have a choice. If I tell him you can't touch it, you can't touch it.
No, I mean, I know you can tell him, but would you do it?
Oh, if I see the benefit of it, absolutely. He would have to. He would have to. I mean, he paces like crazy when he don't have electronics. Like he goes back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, you okay? But yeah, I'm just bored.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think when I get my family, I think I'm gonna have a day designated. All right, no social media, no phones, no nothing.
And we try to do that like at the dinner table and stuff like that. When we do eat together, it's like no electronics, and it's like you asking them to jump off the roof.
Well, that's what's back to the question: is it learned or is it
It can be.
Is it a mental thing?
I think when it comes to electronics, man, as a parent, you tend to use the electronic devices as a second set of hands and eyes, like a babysitter, even, so you can get other stuff done. So there's some benefit to it, but it definitely has to be monitored. Like if I gotta wash dishes, obviously I can't spend time with him, so it's like, all right, go watch your videos or whatever you're gonna do, and it kind of helps. There's like benefits and to it, but it definitely has to be monitored, in my humble opinion.
That's fair. See, I'm just thinking back, right? Because when I was younger, I used to play with toys a lot. I didn't start playing with video games until maybe I was like 12. So, but they got me beat. I'm pretty sure they got you beat as well, as far as picking up the electronics.
Yeah.
They've been using it for longer. They are going to be using it for a longer period of time than you and I have. So, just wondering where this is going to go, as far as where they're going to fall on that addiction.
You know what I like, that you can actually use it as a tool to promote other behaviors, right? Like I tell them, if you want to use your phone for 20 minutes, do 10, 15 push-ups. And all right, cool.
Wait, hold on. Your son has a phone?
Well, it's not a connected phone. It's like it's a hand-me-down. He uses the Wi-Fi. It's like a mini tablet.
I didn't get my phone. I didn't get my first phone until I was in high school.
There you go. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but okay, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, you can use it as a tool if you can control the behavior. That's the big issue right there. Can you control that behavior?
So let me ask you, if your son picked up an instrument, right, an electronic instrument, and he wanted to spend hours and hours and hours on that thing, is that a behavior or an addictive behavior that you would consider a pro or con?
Well, again, I think it goes back to the question, are all addictions bad, right? And I guess if he's being productive and he's learning a new skill, I don't think it's such a bad thing.
Okay. I was just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, bro. Interesting indeed, man.
Oh, it's a great question, man.
Yeah. So let's get to me and you now. You and I. Have you ever been addicted to something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you consider, like, I can't stop doing this besides the food?
Food, absolutely, man. I got up to almost 300 pounds, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was when I did that was November 2007, man. It was actually around Thanksgiving.
Wow. Addicted to it. You couldn't stop.
I didn't want to stop. There was a difference. I think that's an even worse addiction. It's like it just makes you feel so good. And I think that's the big problem with addiction. Like you don't want to stop. It makes you feel good. You feel like you're getting something out of it. So you continue to do it. Because if you didn't, right, why it would never become an addiction.
Yeah. Wow. I think I was addicted to, what was I addicted to? So I really don't have a addictive personality. You know what I would get addicted to, like periodically? It would be like a type of food, right? So if I discovered a food at a place, I'll be going there maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I get bored fairly quickly too. So, you know, I'm always looking for something new as far as that goes, like hobbies and stuff. So
you're addicted to new foods.
not necessarily new food, just new stuff, I guess. You know what? I may be addicted to technology. Like always wanting the newest technology.
Like phone wise?
No, not phone wise. That's just pointless. Not phone wise. Like I had to have a newer camera. I had to have a new set of headphones. You know, and I'd be like, you know what? That's it. After I buy this, I'm done for the year. And then look at it again. You know.
Then you realize you were wrong.
Yes. Yeah. So, and I was addicted to a show on Netflix.
Which
2
one?
shows on Netflix. I was addicted to Money Heist on Netflix. Amazing show. And I was addicted to House of Cards.
Interesting.
Frank Underwood. Yep.
Interesting.
Do you think, just kind of jumping back, do you think you could be addicted to your counterpart?
My partner?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she knows this.
Oh, see, that was underarm throw for you to knock it out the park, man. I set that one up for you, bro.
Well, that's the truth, though. I thought you guys were talking behind my back. Like, yo, this guy is always on top of me, man. You got to get the hell off. I can't. This guy's too much. Oh, she's not lying about this.
To plants?
Yo, that's not a lie. That's 100% facts.
How does someone become addicted to plants?
I got her she can't stop buying them. She keeps she's addicted to them. She just can't get enough of them.
Wow.
She can't get enough. It's plants all day.
But my question about plants though, like you plant them, right? And then you have to wait for them to grow. Like how can you it's not like an everyday thing.
Oh man, you water them every day, brother. You watch them and
you sit there and watch them?
Yeah, you watch them, you talk to them. Yeah, if you ask anyone with a green thumb, you know the expression of those green thumbs, people who love plants, you have conversations with your plants and you nurture them and you help them grow.
What?
It's a real thing, man. You gotta check it out. It's for real.
Addicted to plants. I had a plant and his name was Oscar. He didn't last long.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
He didn't last long.
Hey, what is that? Clubhouse is hella addicted. What's Clubhouse?
I believe it's like a platform where you can talk to different people. It's a chat online. It's actually like your platform here. That's so controversial. It's
okay.
It's a thing, but it's a whole bunch of people on it. And brings me to my next question, right? Me and my best friend was talking about this earlier. Could you be addicted to drama?
I don't know. Me personally, no.
Drama and gossip.
Drama and gossip. That's a good question. I wonder, can you be addicted to drama and gossip?
I'm going to go with yeah. I'm going to go with yeah. I think you could. I think that's what reality TV is, in a sense. Okay. People watch these shows because they love to see what's going on in other people's lives. They love to see the drama. If reality shows were boring and people were just living regular lives,
right,
they wouldn't watch. But if you watch a reality show and you see fighting, you see all this other stuff going on, of course.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, man.
Addicted to the drama. It's like, you know what? I need something today. I don't know what I need. What the fuck is that? What? Huh?
or addicted to hearing about drama, like always in that mix, you know.
Right.
Want to hear about drama.
Hold on one section.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, you keep talking.
Oh, I thought you was.
I was sending out thing. Hold on. All right, we good. Go.
Yeah, Mike said he's addicted to Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. I believe it.
How many hours do you need to play on a video game to be addicted to it?
It's not an hour thing. It's a consistency thing. Is you do it every day, day after day, over and over.
Yeah. I don't. At one point, it was when I was doing this project, and it was 3 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. My goal was to take a picture every single day.
Okay.
So I guess that I was doing that every day. I was taking maybe 10 photos a day just to find the right one to post, and it was gonna give me a like, or it was gonna give me likes and stuff like that.
But is that an addiction, or you think that's more of something you're doing with trial and error, something you're trying out and you want to see how it works out?
Well, I don't know, bro. I know that I was hooked on it. I'm like, what's gonna be the next picture? I'm gonna walk down this block so I can get a good picture.
Okay.
So
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, man.
Get.
Yeah, man. I mean, addiction is weird, bro. It comes down to self-discipline. Do you have the self-discipline not to follow your urges?
Well, somebody, I think I missed a comment here. What is it? Somebody said something about what? We should have a plant swap.
Oh, not that type of plant.
That's a different kind of plant. All right. All right, what were you saying, Kyle? I apologize.
No, I was just saying, like, how back to the question, how much do you have to do something to be addicted to it?
Right. I think they say, can addiction be considered a habit? You think those words are synonymous, like addiction and habits? I guess addiction would be like a bad habit, right?
Yeah, I mean, or a habit that you. No, I don't know what. Addiction is something that a habit is something that you do on a daily basis, right?
Right.
And you can stop it or you say you get up every day and get a cup of coffee, right, before you go to work. On your days off, you don't have to do that. So that's that. But the addiction would be is that you have to get up and have that cup of coffee 7 days a week.
That's my son. He's on my account.
My addiction is video games like Among Us and Plant vs. Zombies.
Get off the phone.
Man.
Yeah, I think we touched on everything that we wanted to touch on with addiction. Unless there's anything else you think you want to bring up.
No, man. No, not at all. I think we kind of touched everywhere we want to go. I enjoyed talking about again other different perspectives on addiction. What's on the schedule for tomorrow?
I was about to say we're about to do that Netflix thing right now, right?
Yeah,
With
right?
the 10-second countdown.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So for tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, we have. Are we prejudiced? We're gonna be talking about prejudice.
Are we prejudiced? Quick, let's do it quick. Do you think we're all prejudiced? Yes or no?
I absolutely believe that everybody's prejudiced to some extent.
I agree with you 100%. And I mean, it's I think the difference, right, is the levels of prejudice, right? If I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a dictionary definition of it tomorrow. But if you are prejudiced and you're in your household, right, that's one level of being prejudiced. You talked among your inner circle about your prejudice, all right. But it's when you act on that prejudice that takes it to another level,
Yeah, and just for everyone listening, there's definitely there's definitely a difference between prejudice and racism. There's two different things. But hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. This is always fun. And like I said, I love when you guys join the conversation, man. I put the link on there. Today we didn't have anybody, unfortunately. Heart was broken. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, join us tomorrow, and we will definitely have this conversation on prejudice. And we'll be following that show with a Wednesday show about cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. Is it even a thing? Oh man, I can't wait to get to these two topics, man. It's exciting. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it, bro.
All right. Well, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And thanks for showing up, man. You guys are my rock. Like always, this platform does not work without you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, I want you guys to please show us some love by liking the video and subscribing and leaving a comment. Also, in the link in the description, you can find links to the audio anchor page. You can find links to the Facebook group page. Join the Facebook group if you want to give us your opinions and thoughts and views if you want to be a part of the show, or there's some topics that you guys would like to explore. Until then, take care. Kyle, you want to tell them about your podcast before we go also?
Oh yeah. So we are launching next week. We're launching next week. That first episode will be about 2020. So it's three guys from three different walks of life, and we'll be discussing, our walks of life. Our 2020, and do some compare and contrast. It's fun. We have a good time. It's a lot of laughs. Not controversial at all. It's really almost the opposite. It's just really a lot of fun. Just three guys talking. So next week, I believe, right, Mike? Yes, I believe it's next week, sometime like that.
All right, cool.
Cool. I'm sorry. The Instagram is the Workz podcast. That's where we have polls. We have some pictures up there to go with the stories. That's the same way I feel about it, man. Low key, 2020. I can't wait to be over. Hopefully, 2021 is not the sequel.
I know, right? Also, again, you guys, you can see. I have right now. If you go into the description, you'll see the link to their Instagram page, and from there, you'll be able to find all the other links. You guys post links in your bio?
No, not yet, because we didn't release any episodes yet, officially.
Yo, son, that's crazy over
here.
Cloud. All right, man. You guys have a fantastic evening, man. And I look forward to speaking to you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys can join us in the conversation. I want to hear your voice. I want to see your faces. You guys mean everything to me, man. So take care. Have a fantastic evening. I got to make an outro.